Arsenal remain top of the table over the Premier League after they smashed 5 past Nottingham Forest this past weekend. But what on earth is going wrong at Liverpool? Is Klopp on his way out? We're going to take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks. Back again on a prediction video today. We look forward to match number 13 or 14, depending on wherever you are in the calendar, of course. And we'll get to that in just a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe and bang it. All things Rovers related, Premier League related, World Cup related, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Of course, big shout out, of course, my VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. But yes, what on earth is going wrong at Liverpool? Goodness gracious me, Liverpool down to 9th right now. Klopp is wobbling around like he doesn't know what he's doing. Shock defeats against Forest. Shock defeats against Leeds. Of course, will he remain here beyond the World Cup? Of course, we'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs again. Anyway, let's go. We're going to go to here just for like a second, and then we're going to come back right here. I don't know why I do that, but I want to bring your attention to this. Now, the World Cup is vastly approaching, and I am looking for supporters of national teams for this year's World Cup. I've got a bunch of them all lined up, but I'm still missing a monster amount of teams or representatives for nations. I'm talking Japan, I'm talking South Korea, Germany, Croatia, France. Of course, if you are a fan of a nation that has taken part and want to be part of the family here at Blackburn Overseas and get your name in lights and be a part of some great content, you need to let me know down below in the comment section. Please do that. I'm trying to grab your attention now before we get into the meat of the matter of this video, but I need your help. Please get involved down below. I'm trying to use this as a chance to do that. So please let me know. Of course, and it'll be fun. I'll tell you what, we'll be best mates for life. You and I will be best mates for life. You can do it. You can do it. Nice to see you. Anyway, let's get into it. Of course, take a look at the last round of games, which of course took place this past weekend. Man City, a nervy, a 1-0 win over Leicester City. I went with a 3-0. Spurs, oh gosh, they won 3-2 in the end. I went with a 2-0. It was close, wasn't it? 2-0 down. Meanwhile, Brighton 4-1 win over Chelsea. Nobody saw it. If anybody saw that, I tell you what, you get yourself a gold star. I won with the 2-1 win for Chelsea. Palace 1-0 win over Southampton. I won with the 2-0. Brentford 1-1 draw against Wolves. I won with the 1-0. Newcastle 4-0 demolition job of good evening and good night. That's what that was. 4-0 demolition job by Newcastle. Well done to them. Followed with the 0-0 draw against Everton. I won with the 1-0. Leeds 2-1 win over Liverpool. What? I don't even know. Arsenal 5-0 win over Forest. I went with a 2-0. And Man United 1-0 winners over West Ham. I went with a 3-1. We'll see the Super Brew shortly. I don't know about mine. I think I did okay, but not brilliant. Anyway, Arsenal, they are top of the table, 2 points clear over Manchester City. Couldn't they actually do this? It'll be like a Leicester. It'll be like a fucking Leicester. No, it won't be like a Leicester. Anyway, Spurs up in the 3rd. What would be good is a Newcastle one. Look at that, up into 4th. That would be a little mini Leicester. I know they spent money, but they've not spent incredible amounts of money. They are doing it. They've invested. They invested wisely in the summer, and they're paying off now with that. They didn't go crazy. They didn't go crazy with the checkbook. They compared with some of the big boys, and it's reflect. But also look at Fulham. Unbelievable stuff for Fulham in 7th spot. They should hopefully, by this point now, the confidence should be enough for them to be here next season. But going down, what about Forest? They look like they're in trouble. Wolves and Leicester as well. Of course, we'll examine that later. What about the Super Brew? That's what they're saying. What about the Super Brew? Of course, let's go into the Super Brew and have a little look at the Premier League. I'm nervous. Did I do well? I don't even know. It looks like I did shite. Looks like I did absolutely terrible. Lewis, up there with 14.5. Well done to you. You got the yellow cap there. Con DJ Snake seems to be a familiar name up there. One of the biggest fucking losers. In fact, maybe the biggest loser. Bukakake up there as well. Kume, Greeny, of course. Where am I? Did I actually put my picks in? I bet he put my picks in. Where the hell am I? I must have been in there. I can't see myself. There I am. Bloody hell, I'm down here, 6.5. Oh, what on earth is that all about? If you see your name, smash your thumbs up. See your name, smash your thumbs up. That's the rules around here. See your name, smash your thumbs up. I can't believe I did that bad. Wow. I'm not going to examine it. Let's take a look at the master leaderboard. That's not it. This is the master leaderboard up here. Let's go into it right here, right now. So here you go. First 7 running away with the Greenie up there in 6th spot. Kume, of course, in 3rd right now. Con DJ Snake 3 spots moving up to number 4. Con Medon, big mover as well. Bukakake have 9 spots. Everybody's up at 11 spots. Dirk is down 6. Wow. The Prodigy down 14. How on earth did I do that bad? I don't think I did that bad. Ranks. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Forget about it. If you see a name, smash your thumbs up. The Prodigy down 14. Big loser there. Swipby down 12 spots as well. Big mover there. Shepherd up 5 spots. Well done to him. But anyway, enough about that. If you want to get involved, it's free. EPL Prem. Get amongst it. We'll see about you if you can compete with me next time. It looks like you can compete with me because I did absolute shambolic there. Anyway, we are taking a look at the next round of games coming at you from Saturday, November the 5th. It is Leeds. It's Bournemouth, of course, at Ellen Road. Jesse Marsh, big result for him. Saved his job, I would imagine. I would give him a bit of a lifeline as well. Anyway, played Bournemouth 6 times 2007. 5 wins for Leeds, 1 win for Bournemouth, 0 draws. Leeds, though, 1 win in 6, 25% form for them right now. Bournemouth, though, 1 win in 6, also 33% form for them as well. Coming out to last round at Ellen Road, it was a 1-win for Leeds back in January 2015. That was in the Championship. Of course, Leeds have only lost once in the last 6 against Bournemouth. That was a 4-1 loss at Bournemouth back in March 2014. Leeds, though, 2-1 win over Liverpool. Bournemouth, a 3-2 loss to Spurs. But the odds on this coming at you, Leeds 11-8 on for the victory, 45 draw, 18-5 is your away win. Maybe, just maybe, that will be the tonic for Leeds to make a push up the table. They're into 15th right now. Bournemouth, of course, down to 14th. I am back in Leeds, 2-1 win for them at home. Hopefully, I would like to see them stick around, but of course, I also think Sean Dyche is managing waiting in Leeds. We'll see if that comes to fruition as well this season. Man City up against Fulham at the Etihad. Of course, played 34 times in 1989. 20 wins for Man City, 4 wins for Fulham, 10 draws. Of course, City, though, just 1 win in 6. Sorry, 1 defeat past 6, 6% form for them right now. 2 wins at the last 5 games, though, for City right now. Fulham, though, unbeaten the last 4, 50% form for them over the last 6, 1-2 lost 2 and drawn 2. Of course, last time played each other against, yes, at the Etihad, there was a 4-win for City back in February 2022. That was in the FA Cup. Last time played each other in the league, though, was a 2-win for City back in December 2020. City, 1-0 win over Leicester, back-to-back clean sheets. Fulham, though, a 0-0 draw against Everton, of course, at Craven Cottage. The odds here, we have City 9-1 on for the victory, 60-1 inch long shots, 9-1's a draw. You know, they were different. They were definitely different this past weekend without Haaland up top and Alvarez, just different kind of player. So it's depending on this, but I am going to go City win. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's going to be a 4-0 win. They've got the players to score goals, but and that's probably a scoreline that could or could not feature Haaland. So he may or may not be involved. But regardless, City should have enough in the tank to beat Fulham, despite their amazing start to the season. Nottingham Forest, though, they need a result up against Brentford. Of course, come out at the City ground. Played the 19 times. 5, 7 wins for Forest, 9 wins for Brentford, 3 draws, of course. Forest, though, 1 win in 6, 33% form for them right now. Brentford also 1 win in 6, 42% form for them at the moment. Of course, they're drawing 3 at the last 6. So last time round, over at Forest, it was a 3-1 win for Brentford back in December 2020. That was in the Championship. Of course, Brentford, though, 1-1 draw against Wolves. Forest, though, 5-0 loss to Arsenal. A bit of a stinger there. Just 1 goal scored in the last 1, 2, 3, 4 games for Forest. That's not a great stat when you're, of course, struggling down the foot. 9-5 is your Forest. 23-10 is the draw. 31-20 is your away win here. Back in Forest, despite the goal drought, they need some results. And, of course, at home is the only way they're going to get them right now. 2-1 win for Forest. That could actually push them up about out the drop zone. We'll see if that's going to come to fruition as well. Wolves up against Brighton, coming at you at Molineux. Played each other 22 times. 2, 5 wins for Wolves, 6 wins for Brighton, 11 draws. Of course, Wolves, though, 1 win in 6, 25% form for them right now. Up against the Brighton side, 1 win in 6, also 33% form for them. Of course, Brighton did pick up a 3-0 win over Wolves last time around at Molineux back in April 2022. They also come to on the back of that 4-1 win over Chelsea. Wolves, though, with a 1-1 draw against Brentford on the road. Big point in the bag, none the same. But the odds here, 12-5 is your Wolves, 12-5 is the draw, 23-20 is your Brighton here. Brighton with the tails up once again, of course, coming into on the morale-boosting victory over Chelsea. And, of course, Graham Potter will do them wonders, of course, here. 2-1 win for them over Wolves. 3 points in the can as well. Everton up against Leicester at Goodison Park. That's also on Saturday. Played each other 35 times. Since 1984, 11 wins for Everton, 9 wins for Leicester, 15 draws, of course. Everton, though, 42% form for them right now. Back-to-back games now without a loss. Up against the Leicester side, who've just lost once in the last 4, 58% form for them over the last 6. Of course, coming at you last time around over at Goodison Park, it was a 1-1 draw back in April 2022. Everton actually unbeaten against Leicester over the last 5, pick up 3 wins and a couple of draws. They come just on the back of a draw against Fulham. Leicester with a 1-0 loss to City, which of course was expected. But the odds right here right now for this game is 7-5 is your Everton, 90-10 is your Leicester, 12-5 is your. I do think Leicester have got something about them now. I know they came on on the back of that loss to see, but they played their way. They, of course, they used their knowledge, their nous. They parked the bus a little bit, but of course they came out with nothing. But 2-0 win for me for them over Everton here at Goodison Park. Kicking off forward is Chelsea. It's Arsenal, a bit of a London derby at Stamford Bridge this coming Sunday, the 6th of November. Played 78 times in 1993, 27 wins for Chelsea, 31 wins for Arsenal, 20 draws, of course. Just 1 win in 4 now for Chelsea in all competitions, 67% form for them right now. Arsenal, of course, 75% form for them right now, just 1 defeated past 6. Last time around, though, at Stamford Bridge was a 4-2 win for Arsenal back in April 2022. the away sides, the home sides only won once of the last 5 between these two sides in competitive action. Of course, Arsenal with a 5-0 win over Forest. Of course, Chelsea with a 4-1 loss to Brighton most recently, but the odds right here right now, Chelsea 8-5 for the victory, 13-8 is your Arsenal, 12-5 is the draw. I am actually going with a 3-2 win for Chelsea, which of course will get them back in the top 4 potentially. Arsenal will take the L and potentially open up the door for City to lead the charge in the month of November. Meanwhile, it's Aston Villa up against Manchester United, coming at you at Villa Park. Good evening, good evening. Played each other 59 times since 1993. 4 wins for Villa, 42 wins for Man United, 13 draws. Villa, though, just 1 win and 6, of course. 33% form for them right now. Manchester United, of course, unbeaten in the last 8 games. 83% form for them, right? Winning 4 out of the last 6. Last round, though, Villa Park in competitive action was a 2-2 draw back in January 2022. It was a 2-2 way back when. Villa, though, 4-0 loss to Aston, to Newcastle. Man United with a big 1-0 win over West Ham. Back-to-back clean sheets for them in all competitions, all venues. 13-5 is your Villa. Even Stevens is your Man United. 13-5 is the draw. We are back in Aston Villa to lose this game. 2-1 loss. Man United, big 3 points in the bag, and that can actually push them up. It's as high as 3rd, depending on what goes on elsewhere. Southampton up against Newcastle, of course. Another manager on the brink potentially is Ralph Hasenhüttl. Up against the Geordies, who are flying high in 4th. Played each other 44 times in 1983. 16 wins for Southampton, 19 wins for Newcastle, 9 draws, of course. Southampton, they're 1 win and 6, 33% form for them right now. Up against the Geordies, who are unbeaten in the last 8 games, picking up 5 wins in the last 6, 92% form for them as well. Last round, though, at St Mary's, is a 2-1 win for Newcastle back in March 2022. The Geordies unbeaten against Southampton over the last 3, just 1 defeat past 6. Of course, that was a 2-0 loss to Southampton back in November 2020. The Saints, that did lose to Crystal Palace, of course. The Geordies with a big 4-0 win over Villa. Of course, 6 goals now scored the last 2 games combined. The odds right here, right now, we have Southampton 3-1 for the victory, 11-10 on is your Geordies, and 5-2 is your draw. Going to go with the draw. In fact, yes, I know Southampton are struggling and Newcastle are flying. I just think this is probably going to be even sort of match at the end of the day. A long way to go for the Geordies to travel here and the fans. So, yeah, 1-1 in the bag. West Ham United up against Crystal Palace, another Londonish affair. Although I say it's definitely a London match. Of course, played 28 times before. 11 wins for West Ham, 8 wins for Palace, and we've got 9 draws, of course. Hammers, though, 58% form for them right now, winning 2 of the last 4. Up against the Palace side, also 58% form, winning 3 of the last 6. Of course, last round at London Stadium was a 2-2 draw back in August 2021. The Hammers unbeaten against Crystal Palace over the last 4, picking up a couple of wins and a couple of draws. They did lose to Man United this weekend, of course, and Palace picking up a 1-0 win over Southampton. Of course, the odds here, 11-10 on is your West Ham, 5-2 is your draw, 3-1 is your away win. Of course, Palace in 10th, West Ham are in 13th, but I see the Hammers winning here, 2-1 win for them at home, and that could actually see them propel up as high as 9th in the table. Then wrap it up, a bit of a zinger, of course, on Sunday, November the 6th is Spurs, it is Liverpool, it is at the Fancy Pants Stadium, it's Conte, it's Klopp. You couldn't get better than this, really. 63 times they played since 1993, 14 wins for Spurs, 31 wins for Liverpool, 18 draws, of course. Spurs are 58% form for them right now, just 1 win in 4. Up against this Liverpool side, 1 win in 3, 67% form for them heading into this, of course. Both sides in Champions League action. Spurs have got a lot of wrestling on their Champions League fate this weekend. Liverpool, I think, are there. But anyway, last time played over at London was a 2-2 draw back in December 2021. Liverpool unbeaten against Spurs over the last 6, picking up 4 wins and a couple of draws, but it has been back-to-back draws last season. So Spurs, though, 3-2 win over Bournemouth. Liverpool with that 2-1 loss to Leeds, taking on Napoli this weekend over at Anfield. Maybe a morale-boosting victory needed there. 19-10 is your Spurs, 13-10 is your Liverpool, 13-5 is your. I am going to sit on the fence on this one. I'm going to go with the 2-2 draw, which of course is a good point for Liverpool despite their recent form. They're not going to be the title winners this season. They could still be Champions League contenders. They just need to get their act together right now. But anyway, 2-2 in the end. Spurs, of course, will be okay with that because Liverpool are they're a team. It's just a team wobbling right now. Maybe injuries or confidence or whatever it is. Regardless of that, this is what I think the table will look like at the end of it. Arsenal will be in second spot. City will now be your leaders. Spurs in 3rd. Man United in 4th. The Geordies in 5th. Going down, Wolves, Forest, Villa. Of course, very, very spicy down that foot of the table. But of course, that's my take on it, guys. Let me know your own take using the link right here. Cutley/EPL Prem is 100% free. And of course, if you are a World Cup supporter for a nation in this year's World Cup, you need to let me know down below. Drop your name in there. Say, I support Iran. I support Qatar. I support Costa Rica, whatever country you're supporting, let me know. And if you want to be part of an ambitious video project, I need your help. I really do need your help. So please do that. And I look forward to hearing from you and hopefully get you involved with the channel moving forward. But until then, guys and girls, make sure you smash your subscribe, smash your thumbs up. Will, of course, Klopp get through this week, a difficult week for him, with, of course, Napoli and, of course, Spurs. And, of course, maintain his status here at Anfield. But anyway, that's all I've got to tell you. Until then, out there, be safe. And, of course, subscribe. I'll see you soon for the next.